Okay, this is how you solve things using algebra tiles, except I'm going to draw it because it's a little easier when you're trying to make a movie about it, right? I'm going to take the equation x plus 2 equals 6. So I have a little piece of paper that's going to have an x on it, or it can have your initial. Depends on how you made your algebra tiles. And then you either get pluses or minuses. And for all practical reasons, there are little pieces of paper that look like this. When I do my illustration, I'm just going to put pluses or minuses. It's easier, okay, for me, right? So I'm going to put, in this case, it's x, and it has a plus 2, so I'm going to put 2 pluses here. And on this side of the equation, I have 6, and it's me plus. It's implied if it doesn't have a thing in front of it. So I got 6 pluses, 2, 3, okay? To get rid of this on this side with the variable, the x, you have to subtract it. So I'm going to put 2 minuses here. But if you do something to one side of the equation, this is splitting it down the center. So you can imagine this equal marks is right here, right? I have to add it to this side of the equation. So what happens is this plus goes with this minus. This plus goes with this minus. They become 0. So guess what? I'm not even going to write them down. This one's going to match with this one. This one's going to match with this one. These become 2 zeros here. But everything's left over I can bring down. So I'm going to bring this x down. So I have x is going to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So x equals 4. If you were to solve this algebraically, you say x plus 2 equals 6. I subtract 2 from this side, subtract 2 from this side, draw a line, cross them out, becomes 0. I ain't even got to write it down. I just take down this x. So I say x equals 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. And I circle my answer so my teacher can see it. Let's take a look at another one that's a little different, okay? And the idea here, once again, is that you're learning something new, and so it's good to see 2 different versions of this. This is where it might be a little confusing, right? You do have one that says x. We already know that. I'm going to put that x right here, okay? And now it says minus 4. So I have to have 4 minuses, and you're probably going to do this in class and do it on the whiteboard and draw lines like this to make this happen, but let's see what happens. And then you're going to put 4 pluses over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's for this guy. This is for this guy. And this is for this guy. Okay? To get rid of those minuses, you have to add pluses. Plus, 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 plus. Add it to both sides. Okay? Now look, these will go away. Because why? A negative plus a plus, that's going to go to 0. 2 zeros over here. This one goes over here. This one goes over here. All right, we got actually 4 zeros. I'm not even going to write them down because they're zeros. I just bring down my x, and I add all these up. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is another 4, so we have 8 total. To do it algebraically, this is what it would look like. X minus 4 equals 4. I would add 4 to both sides of the equation like this. Draw a line, draw a line. This goes away. You end up with x is equal to 4 plus 4 is 8. There you go. That's how simple that is.